So, cari fratelli e sorelle, welcome to my video blog. Now there are a couple of important things to mention this week. The first is that I am on holiday. This is my fall holiday. It is slightly earlier than usual. Usually I have it sort of end of October to start of November, and this year it's falling in the middle of September, but it's not unheard of, even sort of with the age of camera, because if you remember when I went to the US American Dreams Tour 2, I had my fall holidays in the middle of September, so it's not unheard of, and this is the start of my 2 weeks off, and there's various things that I want to get done on this holiday. The first thing I want to get done is I really have to sort out my terrace garden. It is a shock, and it's beginning to probably bring down the value of the street. It's horrendous. There's no excuse for it really, because it did so well in its first couple of years, and me and my parents put a lot of effort into transforming it into a terrace from a sort of plain sloping grass lawn. I really must get that sorted out this week, and I'm sure there's going to be one day where the weather is not too bad and I can do that, so that would be lovely. Equally, I ought to at least cut down some of the stuff that's growing in the back, although it's pretty pointless clearing the garden at this stage, because A, it's too early for the weeds to go into dormancy, and so they'll be back, and B, I have nothing to put there yet, but I do have some plans for the back garden which I haven't been able to develop recently. I've had other priorities, and of course with the plantation going defunct at the end of the first year because of the allotment, it's been left to go to seed a bit, so I need to get that sorted out along with the plans, even if I don't have the money to do them. So we have something to work towards. The second important thing to mention about this week is that I am currently offline. In the middle of the week, I had a bit of an accident with the router. The Sky router got destroyed. It fell from a great height. It wasn't working properly in the first place. It fell from a great height, and it's buggered now. So I cannot attach myself to the internet at home. It is possible, I suppose, that I can go to the library, which is what I used to do during one of the blackouts, in previous years, but I haven't been able to get myself to do that yet. I don't live as close to town as I used to. I did ask Bev, and she's kindly put a notice on my page informing people that for the time being I'm offline, and although I'm recording this at the time, you won't obviously get this uploaded until later, but I did phone them and I did sort it out, and they are sending me a router through the post. God help me if they choose Yodel as their delivery service, but I'm hoping it's Royal Mail, because A, there's a large chance I'll be in when this package arrives, because of course I'm off this next week, and B, if it's Royal Mail and I'm not in, all they will do is return it to Claro Road, and I can go and pick that up no problem. So here's hoping that by the middle towards the end of next week I shall be able to be back online. This does of course assume that I know how to assemble it, which shouldn't be too hard, but hopefully I'll be back online by next weekend, but with my luck, who knows. Now the third thing about this week is I was unable to mark 9/11, and I do apologise to people who were expecting something from me on that, because obviously I had already gone offline by that point. That's part of the reason why I asked Bev to put something on my page on Facebook, so that people didn't think that I was just too busy, or maybe just too depressed to do anything. The other important thing about this week is I've got a cold. Start of last week, I spent an afternoon with my nephew. Yes, Cohen Mason, who was undergoing his first cold, and I caught it from him. And I have to say, he's 6 months. I'm 33 years, and he managed it a lot better than me. I'm terrible with colds. Thankfully, it's mostly a head cold. There hasn't been any problem with breathing yet, although I have to admit it has gone as far as having a sore throat, and I may sound okay now, but yesterday, I think yesterday was the peak of it. Yesterday I could barely speak. Yesterday afternoon I'd sort of almost lost my voice, so I think I'm doing better. I think I'm on the other side of it. Cohen only had it for sort of 3 or 4 days. It was quite a quick sort of head cold, really, so all being well, I should be okay. This week I want to walk the Ripley greenways again, because they have built the bit on the other side of the main road from the sunken bridge, which is as far as we could go last time I did it. I also want to check out the route that's near Polly's Pantry, or whatever it's called, that is possibly heading towards Plumpton Rocks, which I meant to do during the last holiday, during the vernal holiday, but didn't have time because the weather turned on me. That will truly and honestly finish the To the Ends of the Earth project, which is now sort of dragged on slightly. So, with that said, it's time for me to vamoose into the ether. I cannot do the birthdays because, contrary to popular opinion of some people, I don't store everybody's birthdays in my head that I have on Facebook. I, in fact, use Facebook to find out who has their birthday on that week and to tell them, and I haven't had a connection to any of the internet, so I do apologise to those people who were expecting a birthday greeting and now won't get one. And I think that is about it for this week, therefore, so Ave at Key Valet and Amore Fides.